I'm Jarrett Heilman. I'm a senior at Freeport High School, and baseball's always been a passion of mine. I've always dreamed of playing college baseball, and luckily for me it's a reality, as after high school I will be going to Mercyhurst University to be studying business and be a pitcher on the baseball team. College baseball hasn't really always been a seeable future for me, as I've always struggled with weight growing up. I'm always an outgoing kid. I've always been. I was teased a little bit about my weight, and me being outgoing, I didn't really let that get to me, but really deep down on the inside it did hurt. So whenever Coach Carr was the coach of our baseball team, I was lucky enough that I told him I want to play college baseball, and he sat me down and he said, listen, if you're going to get serious about this, you got to shed some weight. So with his help, I shed 60 pounds going into my junior year, and it's a reality now. I'm going to be playing baseball at Mercyhurst University, and I can't say enough about him. His leadership has been outstanding. At Buffalo Elementary, it was always a good time. It was always fun with my friends, and a big memory that I have is actually doing dolphin dives in our classroom right before the teacher walked in. So keep that quiet. But actually, it was just me running full speed and jumping onto the floor. It was probably not a smart idea with my body, you know, getting a little beaten up a little bit. But it was always fun. It was kind of an adrenaline rush for a fourth grader, and got me in a little bit of trouble, honestly. But looking back at it, that's probably one of the best things that I did growing up, and it's such a small thing, but it sticks with you forever.
Remember when we needed guys to do the musical and you said you would never do it, and then you show up the first day or whatever in your baseball uniform and I scream, Jip! Everyone calls him Jip. Like, it's his nickname. So I screamed that in front of everyone in the auditorium because you finally showed up when you told me that you weren't going to show up.
I mean, it's pretty intimidating whenever, you know, you're known for being sports and not really doing a whole lot of musical stuff, and then just show up in a room with the Hallie Sergel. So,
hey, you were fine. It was fun.
It was easy to just stay in character, you know, being a frat boy.
It's a good experience.
Didn't really have to act,
right?
So, yeah. Whenever I took your best friend to prom.
Yes, he took my best friend to prom our junior year, and it was so funny because then they sat next to us. So I was stuck with him for a lot of the night because she's my best friend, so like, and she didn't know anyone, she was from a different school, so like she wanted to like stay around me too, so I was kind of stuck with this kid on that night too. Shout
out to Garrett Ben, Gibby as I call him. He's been my friend all through elementary school and into high school, and I wouldn't be going to Mercyhurst if it wasn't for him. Behind the plate, he's always been there for me, and he's always had my back in friend groups and, you know, just playing games. He's been by my side the whole way through. I'd like to shout out some teachers of mine that have really helped me along my way of academic and just in life in general. First, I'd like to shout out Mr. Palmeter. He was my 8th grade social studies teacher in U.S. History 1. He was one of the coolest teachers that you can ask for. He was a teacher that will joke around with students. He could connect with us in video games. He could connect with us just in everyday life. He knew what it was like to be a kid at that point, and at the same time he challenged us academically. So what I took away from him was that no matter what you're doing in life, it's always fun to have some joy in it and enjoy what you're doing in the moment, because if you aren't having fun whenever you're doing work, it's not worth doing it at all. We're cousins in Freeport's class of 2020, and we just wanted to say
thank you, Freeport, for all the memories and getting us to this point in our life.